So I don't know if you remember Ellis Robinson. He's the guy that ESPN considers the number one player in the country over Dylan Raiola. They made that switch not that long ago, but over the weekend or the week of July 4th, which seems like a weekend, he said he was shutting it down in the recruiting. In his recruiting, he says, "Want to thank all the schools that continue to recruit me, but after talking with my family, I've decided not to take any more officials. Time to lock in and get ready for the season." You're going to see this more and more over time with the calendar of recruiting um, being moving around lately. We're going to see this more and more over time. That guys who are really settled into their school, they're not going to let it go into August and so forth. So I think for Robinson, here's what he told Matt DeBerry over at Dog Post. I'll put it on the screen actually if I can do it elegantly. He says people are building. The people in the building are pretty special. They make sure you feel comfortable at home. Also, the relationship my family and I built with Coach Fran Brown, Will Muschamp, and Kirby Smart has been genuine and sincere. They definitely make me feel like a priority. The coaches are great from top to bottom. There's a lot of talent in the building, and they keep adding more. Great coaching staff plus talent equals success. Georgia checks all the boxes for me and my family. I believe in Coach Fran. Muschamp and Smart can develop me and get me ready for the next level. Well, they've gotten a lot of people ready for the next level, and they've won national championships doing so. And, this Georgia class, which continues to add players, they're at 26 right now for this 2024 class. That's a significant number. Let me put this on the screen while I can. Got Raiola and Robinson, Daniel Calhoun, who recently jumped on board, Dwight Phillips Jr. He's going to be one of the fastest players ever to play at Georgia, and that's not an exaggeration. Peyton Woodyard was talking about how, everybody in California knows about the Dogs. A lot lately of big men who have committed to Georgia, and it's leading to a very strong class at Georgia. Just no question about it. A very thick, heavy. They're not even done yet, and that 26 commits, so there could still be some juggling going on here. But I think for the most part, Georgia's going where they want to go with this class, which is really important because you have to answer what happened off the field in recruiting a season ago with Alabama's outstanding 23 class. Georgia's going to have to continue to do really well in recruiting, and they're also going to have to match that because it's going to add up. What you do off the field in recruiting adds up over time, and this is a very good start. I don't think we're done with the Georgia-Alabama thing by any stretch. Make sure you're picking up Double Dogs today. You're going to get our 2023 season preview included with it. This offer is not going to last forever. You cannot pick this up anywhere. Actually, can't pick either of these up anywhere. The only place you can get them is linked down below or from our friends at Red Zone, who also offer this shirt, Talk Kirby to Me. It's a really funny shirt. That's what we do every single day on Dog Post. We've got some new stuff coming up soon. So if you like this offer, make sure you're taking advantage of it. I've admitted many times in the past, I don't know. I am not qualified. I don't feel like I have a good feel on what DBs are, what you're looking at there. It's not for me. I'm not good at it. So I will take people's word for it that this young man is special. But I think more than anything, what you're seeing is the consolidation of the recruiting calendar, if you want to call it a consolidation. Excuse me, if you want to call it a consolidation, the adjustment, and it's going to get adjusted again here soon if Greg Sankey has any say, which he does. The summer is the new December and January. And it's taken some getting used to for us. It used to be that the summer was just completely dead. You would have camps, but that was for months later, if not years later. Now, camps are to nail things down, official visits and so forth. And there's been a lot of hubbub about how coaching world does not like the way that the way that signing day falls. So we could see it go back to February. I don't think we would ever see it before a season. You could have an early signing day, which could be August 1st. Now I could see that. Now this is I don't know anything on this front, but I could see a scenario where the so-called early signing period is before the season even begins. That I think is possible, and I think there would be a lot of momentum for that because it would let you it would let you go into the season and you could really concentrate on the season, and the recruiting would be for guys not in that class for 24. It would be 25, 26, 27 classes. It would be juniors and below. In many ways, that's where we're already at in college football, but there's a lot of adjusting still to be done, not just with the recruiting calendar, but with everything that we've got going in college athletics. There will still be some adjustments. We're already seeing the NCAA adjust, cut in half the time at which you can do the transfer portal. But I think for in this case, when you start talking about a guy who is considered the number one player in the country, and a consensus 5-star player, for Ellis Robinson, if he knows he wants to go to Georgia and he just wants to concentrate on the high school season, it makes sense. And I'm not saying that because he goes to Georgia. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But, he's from New Rochelle, which is just north of the city in New York. And going down to IMG will be a great that's really worked out for a lot of guys. I'll put it to you like that. Certainly Nolan Smith. I think it worked out for Warren Brinson, I have to say. I think it really did work out for Warren Brinson. Isaac Notto was one of the first guys that did this, but I think he's right. I want to thank all the schools that continue to recruit me, but after talking with my family, I decided not to take any more officials. Time to lock in and get ready for the season, because whether anybody realizes or not, the football season's here. The football season is here. We're about to get going, and it doesn't feel like it for those of you who are out there in vacation mode. But I can assure you, we are not that far from guys strapping on pads and locking up chin straps and getting it going. And it's a little bit oddest time of year. I've heard Nick Saban talk about this time of year, about how he kind of gets antsy, and it's go time. We're not that far from that. We got media days next week. Georgia goes on Tuesday. We could have some stuff before then, some reporting before then. We'll see. But we're right on top of it. I mean, Steve Spurrier used to call this talking season. I'm not sure he was wrong, but we're going to be hitting season 2. And the good news for those of you who follow us on all these platforms is we're going to have some great deals for y'all. We really want you to be a part of our community. Stuff that we can't, I can't post stories on here. So pay attention in the near future. We're going to have some stuff for you. But other than that, we'll see you on the next video.